Me and Gary, you behind me. I'm going to
teach you Gapistan. Japanese,
really?
mate.
Really?
I'm going to give you a Gapple sandwich.
Come on, JP! Fucking one!
Come on!
It knocks me out before we start.
Oh, that is outrageous.
Good morning, guys. Something different today. We're going to Abarth spring break and we thought we'd bring you lot with us. So today you're not going to be watching us in there. It's a day off. We're going to go to this Abarth spring break, talk to a lot of Abarth owners and try and have a fun time. Anything to say? You're a bit tired.
It's early. And we're stood looking at the camera and I've got the sun in my eyes. Who cuts?
And he's not wearing his uniform.
No.
He's not in his red suit today.
He's throwing him off.
I told him to wear it.
Yeah.
Lego.
Yeah. But unfortunately Sinfield's heard our cars and he's just turned up. He's just climbed out of his bush.
Morning, everyone. Bush. Got the truck out, ready for the festival.
My ticket.
Yeah. Got a ticket. Not allowed in till 11 though. Got to wait outside. A couple of hours.
Right, let's go.
Let's go. Nice to see different spec ones, and I think there's going to be a few that are got little body kits on and stuff like that, and it's nice to finally be back out in shows since after all this COVID malarkey. So yeah, be good to get out, good to meet new people, promote the garage. Also got the riding road coming in about a month's time, so yeah, show the people what mine and Ant's Abarths are made of. And then we got a tag along behind us.
Yeah, good old Sinfield.
Good old Sinfield.
Hello.
Here we are polishing my
This
car.
is probably the second car show I've ever taken this to. Always gets left behind. It's just not priority in my collection.
It must be hard having so many nice cars.
Have you ever been in one place with so many Abarths? Come, let's have a look. Here's an Abarth. There's an Abarth. There's another Abarth. Oh look, there's a red one. So many.
So, walking around, have a look at all the Abarths, and we've spotted this lovely looking one, which is slightly different from the others, and we've managed to catch the owner. So if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your car and what you've done to it.
My name's Dave Quinn. I haven't done a lot to the car because the car itself is a 2008 Assetto Corsa race car. So it was actually built as a race car in the factory. The only thing that it's done is in its first year of ownership, they fitted the wide-bodied Romeo Ferrari's kit on it, which makes it very special. And there's actually this is one of two ever made. So there's a plaque on the dashboard that says one of two. It's 190 brake horsepower race car, which I've spent 2 years trying to get ready for the road. It's got interior that's really basic. It squeaks, it rattles, but it's good on track.
Nice. Still the 1.4.
Yep. Still same engine.
We get a sneaky look.
Still a sneak preview. So Garrett turbo.
Garrett turbo, different engine mountings
Yep.
because it has a Punto 6-speed box in it, which makes it one of the very few production 500s that come with a 6-speed box. It is actually a 500 because in 2008 they didn't do 595s, so there was only 500s then. But that's that end. And have you had a look in the back? Well, there's the side bit. So that's what you've got to climb over to get into. Jesus.
Some pretty intense bucket seats.
So it's got all the mod cons like windows. When you drive it, the steering wheel is so far this way that you can't actually reach the indicators, so you have to let go of the steering wheel to reach the indicators, to reach the wipers. Seats are fixed, you can't move them, you have to unbolt them and move them to where you want. 5-point harness. It's once you're in, you're not moving. If you get in the car, put your seatbelt on, you can't shut the door. I've spent that long trying to get it running right and everything else. I've had to do a lot of work. Engines have been rebuilt, gearbox has been rebuilt, suspension has been rebuilt.
You've had the glass taken out, haven't you?
It's a race car, it don't come with glass.
Oh shit.
They actually fitted glass in those because it used to race as a 24-hour car. It did some 24-hour races, so they put electric windows in it. TMC Motorsport, who actually bought the car from Italy, they did a lot of the work to make it road legal for me when I bought it off them. They put a bit of their livery on it as well.
Do you know where the other one is?
All I know is it's in a private collection in Italy. That's as much as I know. But I'll show you the back of it. I just need to get the petrol hedonism sticker first, that'll make Chino happy. But obviously because I'm travelling on road I put a spare wheel in it, otherwise that's just empty.
It's a bit of weight there.
Yeah.
There's a little suite for JP as well.
Oh, lovely.
Well, I left them, but some come down and they've all melted. So they might be alright now. Yeah, they're alright now, yeah, they're livable.
So is it running all smooth now?
It's running all smooth, yeah. I've had a new exhaust on it. Tony Banks, which is a local place to me, fitted me a full system on it. 4 new tyres. TMC sent me some bottom arms for it, so it's salt suspension setup. Now drives in a straight line. So next thing is take it on track and see how good it is on track. So when you get in, flick that red switch up, flick the switch up, and then press the button that doesn't say horn. Yep. So one leg, then you bump, and then other leg.
Comfy?
It's tighter than my seats.
You look tiny. Doesn't he? Yeah, she looks small.
Yeah.
There is no sound deadening in this. It's loud. What about it's loud in it?
It's loud inside.
All I can feel is exhaust. It's like vibrating my gooch.
Interesting.
It's very cool in here though. Very cool.
And can I ask, what's with the lion on your head?
No idea.
Just fun.
One of the first Abarth events we went to, we all had to buy a hat. That was at Silverstone Classic. And I bought this and 11 years later I'm still wearing it. So if I don't wear it, I like to be inconspicuous and blend into the background so people don't recognise me. I used to be ginger, but it's gone now.
Oh gee, is that what I'm looking forward to?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward
You
to.
can look forward to
So this is the sun.
Started here.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, this is the sun and this is the moon.
Yeah. So, when I bought this hat, my hair was that colour. Right? It actually was. Yeah.
Is that why you bought that hat?
Yeah. Well, it just fitted in. It was great.
So without being rude,
Yeah, go on.
what do you think, what you obviously know, what do these cars cost then?
This car When I bought it, it was 35 grand. And I've spent 15 on it.
Wow. That's just making it roadworthy,
Was
like
that
road legal.
pre-COVID prices?
I bought it just before COVID, yeah.
So it's probably doubled in value. It's probably
Yeah.
worth 80 now.
When I was expecting delivery from Ireland, where it was delivered, because it went from Italy to Ireland for them to do some work on it, and then from Ireland to me. By the time they were going to deliver it, we couldn't deliver anything because of COVID. But the time and the effort to get an MOT, you have to get certain things. A race car doesn't have a handbrake, we had to fit a handbrake to it. Believe it or not, side repeaters.
Are you actually going to take this round track?
So I
How
did,
do you drive when you're not driving this?
I actually drive a van,
Fair enough.
but I do have a road going version. I have a 595 comp as well, a 180 comp. And I did have a Spider until recently. The black Spider with a carbon top.
yeah, I was told
Right,
you used to own
somebody
that
said
one.
about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, I like that.
This is just normal attire.
I mean, I'm assuming you probably been to the
Check
car
the
before,
shorts.
haven't you?
I love the
This
shorts.
guy's Abarth
He's out.
Right, well, we'll leave you to it. Thank you very
Right,
much
no
for
worries.
showing us around the car. Cheers, bud.
You're welcome.
Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it.
Look who we've bumped into.
Afternoon. Good to see you.
And look at this beauty. It's a Lada or a Skoda?
No, it's a Fiat 124 from 1972. There are only 4 left in the UK now.
How long have you had it?
I've had this car for 13 years.
Really?
Bought it as a rolling shell in Bristol many, many years ago. And it's done more miles on trailers, it's spent more years in storage.
That's what Fiats do.
Well-
They spend more time on trailers.
Well, this never came with an engine and gearbox, so everything's completely resto modded really. It's still only a 43,000 mile shell, but everything's been changed. It's got a 131 gearbox, 1800 Glycroft engine, obviously fully caged out with OMP gear, and it's got a Lada Moscow Rally Limited slip diff, which is a fantastic value for money, and still works. So it's a very sideways, very leery little car, and oh, it sounds awesome. It's got twin 45 side drive, so it needs rolling roading, but I'm just putting miles on it at the moment.
It needs rolling.
It needs rolling roading.
Ours, we get ours just installed. What, 5 weeks?
5 weeks time, fantastic.
Yeah, so-
Any good with carbs?
Next door is I get them to do my carbs, the Stride Abarth and stuff.
Ah, superb. Well, it's a similar jetting, so. Ah, well, you know.
Have you heard of? You should put this in that magazine, that Italian magazine. What's it called?
Autoitalia.
That's the one.
Yeah, I've heard it's one of
Yeah.
the best-selling
It
Italian
is-
car magazines
It
ever
is one
created.
of the. It is one
They
of the
really
best.
do good logo wear as well.
Yeah, they do.
And hats.
You're a big supporter of them, I see.
I am. I'm a very good supporter of Autoitalia magazine, especially the Italian car day at Brooklands on April the 30th.
Yes, there you go. And we're going to that. We're bringing the Uno Turbo. You know, the one that was in last month's edition.
On the cover,
On
cover
the
star.
front cover.
Looked at cars.
We've looked at cars. We've looked at nearly every single Abarth that you can possibly look at.
Apart from the Ferrari one.
Where's that?
It's not it.
It's not here. No Ferrari Abarth. John Paul's going to represent us and do some go-karting, aren't you? In about 4 hours' time.
I'm gonna go for a kip.
We're going to leave the stick,
Wake me up when
stick
it's ready to go.
cameraman here with JP.
Oh no, you can't wake me up, ready to go, because you're sodding off.
But
JP's salty right now. Salty, he's on the clock.
But yeah, it's been a fun day. Got to speak to some people, got to look at some different cars. Just a nice day out away from the garage, isn't it?
Now we're going to go for a siesta while this man stays here and wins the race and beats Adam C. And me and Ant are just going to go home, have a beer and relax.
Yep.
And leave cameraman Stig and the real ginger Stig, ginger nut we call him, to win the race.
We see that Mercedes right now on the start line.
that was tragic. That's a very slow kart. Yeah. Yeah. But it was my third kart. I broke the first two. Well, it was both times. Same thing both times.
First kart was quite fast.
It was until it broke, or I broke it. I don't know. Oh well. If I'd have won, I was going to let the person in second do the championship anyway, because they paid for it. I didn't.
And Anna wants to go home, go to bed.
Yeah. Oh well. That was fun though. It was fun.
It was good. It was good.
Mate, you're getting gapped, bro.
Gaps.
Gapped.
Gaps, yeah.
Gappuccinos,
Me, you
mate.
behind me.
I'm gonna
you behind me.
I'm gonna teach you Gapistan.
Gapistan.
Japanese, mate.
Really?
I'm gonna give you a Gapple sandwich.
Talk's a good game, yeah. We see what he's like on the track. Come on, JP! Fucking on!
Come on!
He knocks me out before we start. I can see it when I put this on.
Spanked me.
Kart had no more to fucking give, mate. I was flat out, it would not go any faster and people were freaking pulling away from me. I had nothing. I've got nothing left. Got nothing left. Got nothing left. That was alright.
Okay, who won? Who won?
Me.
In your dreams, mate.
Go give it a dud, mate.
Who actually won?
Give it a dunk.
Go on, you gotta say it.
Yeah, you won.
It's alright, mate, don't worry.
Next time.
You got
Next
spanked.
time.
It was good.
Next.
Was that a Gappuccino?
To be honest, it was a cappuccino, but I got cappuccinoed by somebody else, so it's not.
Who did you get cappuccino by?
Summer.
Yeah,
She was rapid.
Summer was fast.
Congratulate the...
Actually, instead of shaking my hand, could you just take my... Thank you. Just take this off, please.
Shall I put some emotional music on?
Yes, emotional crying.
You gotta take that off.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Pull you on through, pull you on through. Come on, boy.
I have heard.
Go on, pull you on through.
Also, my laces are down.
No, that's going to be too... Maybe if you gap me the second time, buddy.
Here comes the Asbo.
Oh god, I'm gonna...
It doesn't even sound that loud right now.
It's not that loud, mate.
It would do, but is Chiro going to kill me?
It's alright, if you're too scared to do it, it's fine, don't worry.
Don't look
Yeah, I'll
at
do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's get Jack in there.
Yes.
Fucking have to bang it off the
Pounce it as well. This is brilliant.
Hold it!
Oh, that is outrageous.
Do it again.
One more time, one more.
Turn it off.
That is fucking loud, mate. Oh my god. Mate, if anybody pisses you off, just overtake
That's what I do. When people put my arse on the motorway, that's what they get.
Mate, I feel like that's just giving me manliness in a Fiat 595.
Which I thought was impossible.
I thought that was impossible as well, but I feel more manly now. I love it.